Hi guys, we are back again with another episode, and I am Harry Potter. This is
Jack Sparrow.
and this is
Peter Parker.
okay. First of all, we're gonna go right into this action. It's gonna be Liverpool versus Cardiff. We saw Liverpool thumping Cardiff 4-1 this game. Personally, I think Liverpool didn't play that well compared to the scoreline reflected. So, what do y'all make of it? Do y'all think Salah's back in form, or is this just a one-off game?
I think he's slowly catching it up and he's got a lot more to prove in the upcoming games.
For me, I think it's good that he's finally getting in with the goals and he's providing with some assists. I think he will slowly get back to good form, not form as of last season, but to a reputable form.
Okay, if Salah is off form, and who do you all think is the best player at the moment? In my opinion, Mane is the best player for Liverpool at the moment.
For me, attacking wise, Mane, but like overall, I think Wijnaldum because he's like the one who provides a lot of energy. Before the season, a lot of people said Wijnaldum would be the one who would be in a bench, but he ended up being one of the main players for Liverpool. So I think Wijnaldum is the main player as of now.
For me, I think the best player for the defense is Van Dijk. I think without him, the team is going to be in deep shit. And for the overall best player at Liverpool at the moment is Mane because he's the one who's making the fans go wild with his game.
Okay, talking about Mane, we saw individual brilliance from him to actually open up Cardiff's defense. What do you all make of it? We didn't see this from the previous Liverpool. They're usually stagnant. They always go up attacking and all this, but they don't get that one-man quality. The last we saw was Luis Suarez, and before that was Fernando Torres. What do you all make of this? Now there's more match winners in this squad. What do you think?
For me, I think it's always good to have a lot of match winners because, like you said, there's always one guy or maybe two guys if you include Gerrard as the match winner. But now, if Salah is not playing well, there's like Mane who can finish. If Mane is not playing well, there's Salah, Firmino, there's even Shaqiri, so Sturridge as well. So as long as there are multiple match winners, I think Liverpool has a good chance to do well this season.
For me, I think they have the good squad. Anybody can be replaced by anyone in the team. So I think they have a very good teamwork there also. I think after Coutinho left, they have the personal understanding between each other to take over the team and run in a good run.
Like what Jack Sparrow said, I feel that they relied on continuous brilliance for the past few seasons, especially after Suarez left. So right now to see Mane, Firmino, Sturridge, even Shaqiri himself taking up that responsibility to do something, I feel as a footballing fan it's a good thing to see, but as a Manchester United fan that's not what I want. So let's talk about, as a Manchester United fan, I want to talk about Manchester United. So Manchester United won Everton 2-1. It was a pretty easy game until the last 20 minutes of a bit of hiccups here and there. What do you all make of Manchester United performance? Have they turned the corner?
For me, I think Manchester United is slowly performing well. They are like going under the radar and slowly their performance are picking up as well. So I think what Mourinho did with Martial by maybe like not treating him well and giving him like the rough treatment, like giving him hard love kind of benefit him because now Martial looks even more lethal up front and he's becoming like one of the main players for Manchester United right now.
For me, I think Man United has been really playing well, and I think it's just the individual performance which really crashed Man U's game. Like if you were to see the last game, Pogba gone wild. He did some unwanted moves and which indirectly caused the penalty. And yes, they put them in a difficult situation, and they just finished the game in just a simple 2-1.
Okay, talking about Pogba's the flick in the middle of the park. Does Pogba showboat at the wrong time or at the wrong place?
I think when he was playing in Juventus, there were like experienced players all around the team, like Buffon, Pirlo, Vidal, Chiellini. So I think even if he wants to try, the people around him will try to control that side of him. But in Manchester United, he's like the main man. He's like no one really questions him if he does something wrong or whatsoever. So I think he's playing like a free role. So up till until they buy Manchester United buy like an experienced world class a very big name type of midfielder beside him, I think he will still perform in this manner.
For me, I think showboating is not wrong, especially in the football pitch and when you're 2-0 up. But what you should be doing is at the attacking third. Like he was brilliant at the attacking third. He was here, he was pulling strings and all that. But when you're a midfielder at your own half, you don't do that kind of flicks, especially when three men is coming towards you and you're going to play a ball to blindsided to Mata. So it's going to be it's frustrating to watch him, but he's still young. So I hope he can learn something from these performances. And now let's talk about the opponents, Everton. They have been hot and cold this season. They have one game they play well, one game they go totally off charts, and this game was no difference. They played the previous game well. They put on Lookman and Calvert-Lewin, and Tosun. They changed the game for the previous round. But this time round, they were just what do I say? They were just bland. They were just direct in a very approachable way. They just played the ball up to Richarlison and expected him to run the entire defense. What do you all make of Everton's performance?
For me, I think Everton do not really have a proper goal scorer. I think that's the issue because the only player that can score goals or create any nuisance is Richarlison, and I think the best position for him is in the wings. But since the manager put him in the striking role, there's not much creativity around. So I think if they had like a normal goal scorer, even like Glenn Murray or Jermaine Defoe in the past, or maybe even Troy Deeney.
I feel like even if they have the Lorante,
Yes,
they'll do a better job.
it's someone who just performs better than the other strikers like Cheng Tosun. The guy is supposed to be the main man for Everton, but he did not really perform. So I think Everton's downfall or inconsistency is because of not having a proper goal scorer.
For me, I think Everton had a good run, and even in the game they nearly dropped against Man United, and I think Bernard missed an open goal after beating De Gea. So they were nearly there, but it's just the Man U had the pressure hard on them. So this game was a bad game for them. I think next game onwards they will be back.
I think for Everton to be more consistent, their players have to be more consistent. Players like Bernard, Walcott, Sigurdsson, and Richarlison. These four has to be more consistent, and I think they should play the Davies fella, the youngster. He's a very good player. But the problem with this squad is they have too many number 10s. Right? Richarlison is a number 10, Sigurdsson is a number 10, Bernard is a number 10. Who else? Davies is a number 10. Calvert-Lewin can play at the number 10. So Everton can't just go up playing 4-1-2-3 because it's gonna kill their defensive line. But with Yerry Mina, Kurt Zuma, and Andrew Gomez in the middle pulling strings, I think they can turn the corner. But I think he needs more time. The manager needs more time to bring this consistency to the squad. Okay, now we are going to go to the one of the biggest matches that week. Manchester City versus Tottenham. We saw Tottenham. Were Spurs so bad, or were Man City so much better than them? What do you all make of it?
I think Manchester City didn't really have to perform that well to win Tottenham. That was the disappointing aspect of it in terms of Tottenham, because Tottenham were really not performing that well, and Manchester City should have been like playing at their top form to demolish or even win Tottenham. But the way the match went, like you can see that Manchester City's level and Tottenham level is like two different dimensions. So Tottenham, the lack of signing they had and the lack of having new players in the team, it really showed how much it affected them.
For me, I think Man City, it was their game. They had a very good game and they played very well, but they only can afford to score one goal. But on the Spurs, on the defensive side, they did their part, and Man City's game was really up there. They were in the top half all the way on Spurs half. They were taunting them actually with their short passes and everything. It was actually their game. So Yeah, Tottenham could have played better.
In my opinion, Spurs were shite because they couldn't even string 5 passes together, and Harry Kane was trying to shoot from way out. And what the fuck is he trying to do? He should be trying to finish it inside the box. Okay, to be fair, he didn't get supplied down to him to the middle, but he should be there, not trying to drop down because he's not that kind of player. He's a more of a target man, in my opinion. So, and what the fuck is Sissoko doing in the team? He can't even pass the ball for nuts. So not too sure what was running into Pochettino's mind when he put out that lineup. But but talking about Pochettino, we just see Spurs not capable of handling the pressure. Do you all think Pochettino is the right guy to manage? Because we all know Spurs has all the talents in the world in that squad.
Spurs, he has done a lot for Spurs, and I think he's the one who make us wow. Oh, Spurs. He's the one make me feel like that. But I think he can go to a better club for better achievements.
So you are telling me that the reason because Tottenham is not winning a trophy or not, I mean, not handling the pressure well is because of the players and not because of the manager.
Actually, they are a team. They are a team in at the most of it, and yes, I think sometimes it's just they are unlucky, and they are always the top four, and they always keep the pressure on the other teams. I think for the manager, he could have done better, or he can go to a better club. For me, that's what I'm trying to say.
For me, I think Pochettino, I think he's done the best that he can do, and he's already overachieved with the squad that he has. So I think the best thing for him to do is go to a club like Real Madrid. And as for the squad, I think the board didn't really give Pochettino any signing at all. So because I think what they lack is like a box-to-box midfielder, like someone like Kovacic. If they have bought him instead of Chelsea, I think it would made a lot of difference. And proper wingers as well, like Wilfred Zaha and Richarlison. I think if they had bought this type of players, it would have helped Tottenham a lot. But the way Tottenham play is they do not really have that much of pace. Only Lucas Moura, and if Lucas Moura is kind of marked out of the game, then Tottenham is not really a danger. So Pochettino, I think this is the fight he can bring Tottenham because of the lack of investment from the board, and I think the best thing for him to do is to go to a club like Real Madrid.
Okay, talking about managers and players fitting in, how is the best player last season, in my opinion, Kevin De Bruyne, gonna fit into this Man City squad? This Man City squad, after the first 10 games we've seen, we know what's the lineup is gonna be because we used to have a confusion who's gonna play. Is it Gabriel Jesus or Aguero? Is it Sané or is it gonna be Riyad Mahrez? But it's pretty clear right now that the players have nailed the position. So if Kevin De Bruyne comes in, do you all think he has an automatic spot there or he has to work his ass off to get into Pep's system?
For me, I think for Pep's style is always you need to perform at a certain level for that player to be in that part of the team, unless he's like Lionel Messi or whatsoever. So I think he doesn't really have a name in the team sheet yet, but I think based on his qualities, he will be performing. He will be in the team sheet soon. But I think Pep long-term plan is to use him in the Champions League in the later stages as
So
an X factor.
yes, correct. But if he's gonna come in, then who's gonna be the one sitting on the bench?
I think the only
Because in my opinion, Bernardo Silva is having a good game. David Silva is having a good game, and Fernandinho is more of a defensive kind of player. So
I think maybe David Silva the only reason is because of his age only. Because performance-wise, I think he's one of the best. But maybe the second half of the season, if he's getting tired, then the best player to replace him is De Bruyne.
For me, I totally agree on Parker. I think De Bruyne is now he's only eligible for Champions League, the FA Cups, and all. So I think David Silva is going to like he's already nailed his position. He's going to play, and true enough, I think it's either going to be Bernardo Silva or one of the players in the front who's going to be replaced by Kevin De Bruyne in the future. And I think he's slowly catching up his fitness, and he's going to be back.
I think it's going to be tough for De Bruyne to get into this squad as of now for the next few months because as much of a quality he's a talent, we all know that. But Pep is more of a systematic kind of player. So to actually get into his system. He's playing a totally new different system this season. In my opinion, he's not playing like what we say, like on the ground, it's perfect passing and all that. The ball goes up to Ederson. Ederson just launches it long to Aguero. Aguero chases and the entire team puts pressure and then they start attacking from there. So that's the game plan right now. So I'm not too sure why he's playing like this. Maybe it's because there's no Kevin De Bruyne in the middle to drive them forward, or because Bernardo Silva and David Silva is more of a silkier kind of player. So he needs De Bruyne to play his older system. But if it's for good that he changes his system, then De Bruyne might be getting a hard time to get into this squad. So guys, we'll be back again for the next week's previews. Okay guys, so we are back with the preview. So we're going to talk about Bournemouth versus Manchester United. So who do you all think is going to be the key player for this game?
For me, I think the key player for Bournemouth will be Callum Wilson, because he's like a proper goal scorer and he's the player that makes Bournemouth into from an okay team to a top half Premier League team.
For me, I think it's going to be Fraser. He's going to dictate the play in Bournemouth's midfield, and I think he's the one who's going to make the difference.
I think it's going to be Fraser in my opinion, because Manchester United gets it tough when they have midfielders driving at them. So Fraser is the type of player who collects the ball and drives at you. So it's going to be difficult for Manchester United to handle Fraser. And for Manchester United, it's going to be none other than Tony Marshall. Because he has been on great form, he should be scoring more goals for these upcoming games.
For me, I think it will be Marshall as well, because he's performing very well. I think his clinical finishing ability will be the key factor in this game.
For me, I think it's going to be Mata if he gets to play. And I think if you were to see the previous game, he had a very good play. And yes.
And okay, where do you think Mata will line up in this?
I think he'll be in the CAM position, and I think he was perfect at the position whereby he's the one who drops and gets everything. So I think with him in the squad, it will be very, very good for them to play.
Yeah, correct. I always feel Mata's best position is in the attacking mid. But with the system where you need to fit Pogba in this game and you need to fit Marshall and all that, he always drifts to the right. But when you see him play, then naturally he comes in the middle, he dictates play in the middle. So what do you think is the prediction?
I think it will be a comfortable Manchester United win. I think 2-0 or 3-1.
I think Man United is going to perform very well, and it's going to be a 3-1 for United.
I think it's going to be a 5-0 again. Okay, next up we're going to talk about Arsenal versus Liverpool. So this is one of the crucial games for both teams, because Liverpool can't afford to lose because they are already behind the league leaders right now. And then for Arsenal, they have been on good form and they just drew their last game. So if they lose, then it's going to be 1 point in 6 attainable points. So it's crucial for both. Who do you all think is the key players for Arsenal and Liverpool?
For me, I think for Arsenal will be Lucas Torreira, because I think he is the one who will disrupt the attacking play of Liverpool, and I think he can intercept a lot of through balls. So he will be a key player for Arsenal, and a player that was not there for Arsenal in the past seasons, and that was why Liverpool usually won Arsenal comfortably in the last few seasons. And for Liverpool, I think the key player will be Shaqiri, just to be an antidote to Lucas Torreira, because Lucas Torreira is a very active player, is a very energetic and a rough player, and I think someone like Shaqiri playing in the CAM position with his strength and his through ball ability, I think whoever wins that battle that particular team would win the whole match.
For me, I think for Arsenal, it's going to be Ozil. He's, I think, getting back his form. I think for a team like Liverpool, he has to do what he does best, and the win will be theirs. For Liverpool, I think it's going to be Van Dijk. I think Arsenal is going to be very more attacking, and it's Van Dijk's job to do everything what he normally does.
For me, it's going to be a totally different battle from you all. It's going to be on the right hand side of Liverpool is Mo Salah against. I think it's going to be Granit Xhaka is going to start at left back, because all their left backs are injured, like Koscielny, Montreal, and Nathan Miles. Three of them are injured, so I don't think anyone is going to come back for this game. And if they don't, Granit Xhaka played in the last game. He was not too bad in the left back position, but this game is going to be crucial because he can't let Salah run past him because he's no way that he's catching him. So when Xhaka doesn't go forward, they don't get an outlet from the left because Montreal, Koscielny always at the attacking third, like they are more of a Marcus Alonso, Marcelo kind of defenders. So Granit Xhaka can't afford to go up that much. But the thing about Granit Xhaka is he can pull the passes from the back. So if he's given time, like if Mo Salah is not well known for his pressing ability, especially this season. So if he gives time and Xhaka picks the ball and Aubameyang starts running, it's going to be difficult for Liverpool to continue. So what are your predictions?
For me, I think it will be a 2-2 draw.
For me, I think it's going to be a 3-2 Arsenal win.
I think it's going to be a 1-0 for Arsenal because Arsenal just lost their previous game. I don't think they can afford to lose any more points. And for Liverpool, is they have been going on well. And one day the good things have to stop. So this will be the game.
Yes, the unbeaten run is going to be stopped.
Okay, next up we're going to talk more of the bottom half of the table. It's going to be Newcastle versus Watford. Who do you all think is the key players for this game?
I think for Watford will be Deulofeu and Pereira because they are players who can create something out of nothing. And for Newcastle, I think the key player has to be Kennedy because he's the only player that can create a spark. This season Newcastle has been very poor, and Rafael Benitez is trying his utmost best to try to redeem this season. So I think for Newcastle, they try to play for a draw, with Kennedy being a counter-attacking outlet would be the best option for Newcastle.
For me, I think for Newcastle, it's going to be Yedlin, the defense fella. I think he's going to attack from the back. He's that kind of defender, and let's see what they can come up with. For Watford, it's going to be Pereira, and the striker, I think Dini is not around. It's going to be Success filling up his position. So it's going to be their combo for this week.
For me, in terms of if you look at Newcastle, they don't have any stand-up players. They need to work as a team, in my opinion, because they don't have a player who can change a game in a split second. So they have to work as a unit. So I don't think they really have a key player there. But for Watford, it's going to be Pereira because he has been having a good season. He's creating chances. He's scoring chances. He plays more on the left, but he drifts in the middle to play more of a CAM. So it's very dangerous because Pereira is physical. Then there's Troy Deeney, Gray, and also Success. They're all four physical players, so it's going to be very difficult for Newcastle. They have to work as a team to eliminate these kind of threats from Watford. So what's your predictions?
I think it will be a 3-0 win for Watford.
I think it's going to be a 4-1 for Watford.
I think it's going to be a 1-1 for both. It's going to be a stalemate. Okay, guys, we are done with our preview, and I hope you all enjoyed this show. If there's anything you all can say, you all can comment down below. And more importantly, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back again. We are FootyTalkers. We are signing off. And
I'm Jack Sparrow.
Peter Parker.
Harry Potter.
Fuck your pussy eaters.